Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another book review. I just read Modern Loss, a candid conversation about grief. And this is by Rebecca Soffer and Gabriel Berkner. And of course there are some really nice illustrations in this book, but I like the very first quote. It says, "The opposite of war isn't peace, it's creation." And that's by Jonathan Larson Rent. And actually Rent was based off of Jonathan's friend contracting AIDS and subsequently dying from it, and it was his tribute, which I didn't know. I thought, really? Holy crap. I love Rent. It's one of my favorite musicals of all time, and I just thought, wow, what a legacy to leave behind, to have that, and people can relive that story and just feel so connected. I cried like a baby when I saw Rent the first time. I mean, I bawled, because I understand what it is to... This was before I actually lost mom and dad, but I've lost many people before. I'm no stranger to death. It's still challenging, but this actually helped me quite a bit. And I'm glad to know that I am not alone in my suffering. Like Kathie Lee Gifford, and it was so funny that this was on the talk today, but I thought it had to be a confirmation. But she said she oftentimes dealt with the pain of loneliness and grief, and she said she could either live in that place of just being consumed and feeling utterly hopeless, or think about what she did have. And that's the point, is perspective. It's all about seeing the world from the viewpoint of living as if. I know I do. It's the law of attraction. And I know that these things that I desire are coming to pass and will come to pass and have already come to pass. It's just patience of getting to that point. Transcendence is the word. That's the key word. And that's one thing I always remember in the back of my mind. And Modern Loss, it talks about just how some people can be very callous and unfeeling because they don't understand. But if you have a good network of people around you, which I do, and this helps, it will give you time to heal and repair. And I'm actually very inspired, and I'm going to be writing my own autobiography based on this topic, just because I feel there are a few books about it. And it's called Redefinition: Finding Solace During Loss. And I just feel like it's necessary. It's something that I have learned from. There was a chapter that really hit me hard. It was called Lust and Desire it's called Meet the Twins, Lust and Desire. And I thought, oh boy. Just because you get into that place, especially if you feel like an orphan like me, and then you know later on you're really not. But you're at a point where you want to be loved. You so hunger is the word. You are driven. You are obsessed with having that feeling of somebody with you. It doesn't matter how you get it. And unfortunately, I'm still a friend with this person, but I was in a relationship where I realized I am only in it because he wants to use me for my body, even though he said he wasn't. I know that that's a lie. And I just thought, no, I can't. My standards are higher than that. I can't settle for something less than what I know I'm worth, because my worth is more than pearls. I am brighter than the most pristine diamond. And I think of myself as that, and I am a treasure. I treat myself as a treasure. But sometimes the voices come and they say, well, you should, and why not, and what if, and then you think, and then you start beating yourself up, and you hear really nasty, contriving, sinister tones in your head, mind you, not from other people. Sometimes you hear them from other people, and this doesn't help, but they talk a lot about that, and just how to deal with all these new changes in your existence, or I should say, it's not really existence now, but when you first go through it, I will honestly, it is existence, because you don't know if you're ever going to, you feel like you can bounce back, or if you will ever bounce back. You're in this mire. You are looking at the opposite, you're just in the deepest pit that you can possibly fathom, and you look up and you think there's no light. And I've been there. I have actually, I've lived in that pit for longer than I really should have lived in that pit, but it taught me a lot, and I was able to do a lot of self-perspective and soul-searching, and now I know who I am. I know where I belong, to whom I belong. It's just the adventure of discovering where I'm needed, and that's what true mastery really is. And none of us are masters. So we have to attain, and it takes time. And we don't really meet that master. I don't think we ever do. If someone says I'm a guru or I'm a master, they are outright lying to you. I'm sorry, but people who say that, they just, yeah, they're a little bit overconfident. I'm sorry. They really are. But this is a really wonderful book, and I got a lot out of it, and it certainly helped me. I picked it up because the title caught my eye, and I thought, oh, good, a book about loss and grief and death, and people are like, why are you thinking about that? Why are you so fixated? It's not that I'm fixated on it. It's just that it's been such a part of my life that I can't help it. It's just who I am, and it scares people away, but that's it's not me per se, but it has shaped a lot of my life and made me become the person I am. And I realized that you only live once, and you have to live your best life, and like Ralph Waters says, and become your best version. And I really love Ralph. He is absolutely sensational and so very wise, and his energy is one of the most beautiful energies I've ever encountered on YouTube. And I've met other people that are similar, and I have a family now, so I'm getting there. My internet family. I'm on my way to manifesting my real family. I feel like that's coming too. As above, so below. But that's all I got to say about modern loss. So until next time, live long, prosper. Ciao, Tootsie.